Welcome to this conversation with the Morning Tea Marketing Misses. What we're here is hopefully to provide you with some valuable tips that will help small business owners and sole traders improve your online presence and communicate more effectively to reach a larger audience. So we've hit February. Our conversations through January was all about planning. February, we're talking about relationships. Goodness, it's got Valentine's Day coming up. So with me here, we have Kate Smith, and Kate is a graphic designer for service and experience-based businesses. She help people showcase their brand and resonate with their ideal clients and increase bookings. Jan Roche's business is called Biz Connect Web Design. They are the experts in helping small businesses connect with online customers or connect their customers online. And that's all about building websites that are search engine optimized to specifically target who the business wants and attract the preferred customers. And definitely not last, but never forgotten, because Narelle is going to be the expert sharing her information today. Narelle is an accredited accessibility auditor, and she is passionate about ensuring that all businesses are able to reach the widest possible market through enhancing their digital communication methods that meet the Australian standards. Blind to self, it means that Narelle understands the barriers that bad communication, including websites and documents, can cause to a business. And this means the business is not able to reach their target market. Usability plus accessibility increases communication. I'm Janine Vosper, and I help women remove limiting beliefs they possess so they can stand out and shine. But our person that's shining right at this moment is the fabulous Narelle, who's got some information to share about relationships and accessibility and everything around that. Welcome. Hi, ladies. I'm great. I love being on here all the time. And Narelle, I can't wait to hear what you've got to share.
Thanks, Janine. Listen, I'm picking up from where Jan left off last week. So Jan was talking about planning and search engine optimization with the website. Well, the website is really the beginning of your relationship with your new clients. And it's there to provide the basis for existing clients, to provide them extra information. So if the website is not accessible, it is not easy to understand, if it's hard to navigate, if you can't see it properly or you don't understand what's on the website, then your relationship's blown, isn't it? Really? Because for a new client, it's like when you go, and the best analogy I could come up with, I love cars. It's like when you go and look at a car, you will have in mind some things that you want. You go and the salesman says, I got this U-Butte car. It's all good. It does everything you want. However, you go and look at it, might be the right color, might be a petrol guzzler. That's no good for you. The analogy is a website that's too slow. Or it might be a hard to use one. You can't figure out where the boot latch is or how to check the oil or any of those things. Again, a website that you can't find the information that you want. You walk away. It could be that it's too big for you or it's too small for you. So you walk away. And that's what happens with websites. People go on, they have a look at your website. There's a thing called bounce rate, which is when people go onto the website, have a quick look, they can't find what they want, and they leave straight away. One of the co-founders of Dasat says if he can't find what he wants within 30 seconds of a website, he's gone. The higher the bounce rate, the more it indicates generally that they're not finding what they want. Your relationship's not started. So what accessibility does is, with the use of 4 principles under the Australian standards, is helps you to make your website friendly, approachable, that it meets what your clients need. It's not what you need. It's what your clients need. It's that initial handshake. It's the g'day, mate. So there's 4 principles: perceivable, talks about what's on the website, you know, the videos, the graphics, the text, not what the words are, but how the words are put on there, the type font, all of those things. And are they readable? Can you look at them and work out what they're meant to do? Or is there a distraction, like a video that plays straight away when you go on the website? That's one of my big hates. And I leave the website straight away. The next is operability, which looks at use of keyboard, use of mouse. How easy is it to navigate the website? How much assistance is given? So if you need to enter in some information, how much is given by how much assistance is given by the website to enable you to do what you want to do? The third one's understandable, and that's exactly it. How readable is it? What language level? That's such an important one. You know, what captioning is used, audio description for those that are visually impaired, captioning for those that are deaf or have a hearing impairment. What do you have enough time to do what you need to do? The last one is robust, and robust talks about being able to look at that website on your phone, on your desktop, on your tablet. I use screen readers, so it needs to be able to convert that a screen reader can read it. You know, the reading order, it's all these little things are going to make that handshake a good, solid handshake. It's going to help you build the relationship with your client, and more than just build it, just have a strong, solid relationship that you are there to help them. Your phone number can be found easily. That's one way of keeping the relationship going. Your colors, your branding, the work that Kate does, that it is obvious. The work that Janine does with language, that the language is understandable and the way that you communicate meets their needs. Because that's all that communication and relationships and accessibility about. It's about meeting the other person's communication needs. And none of it can be done without a great web design, which is what Jan does. Making that introduction that it is a memorable one, a useful one, and gives your client what they need. It's your introduction. Just accessibility, communication needs, and an introduction all go hand in hand.
I love the analogy with the car, Narelle.
Me too.
Yeah, that makes it so simple for people to understand. And that I mean, if the car doesn't suit, then it's not right for you. It's the same as the website.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people think a lot of those things out unless they've got a great designer who, runs through everything with them.
Yeah, that's it. And a great designer that understands what accessibility is. You can have really good web designers, and there is some great web designs out there, right? However, they're not usable if you're dyslexic or if you're autistic. Oh my gosh. The classic is when you go and hop on a website and the video starts straight away. That is so distracting for autistic people. I'll give you another really bad one. And I'm sorry, Kate, I don't think you've got a child, but the rest of us have all had children. And some women, when they're pregnant, if things move on the screen, they throw up. It is a known reaction. So that a website doesn't cause people to have physical reactions such as epileptic fits or seizures or any other reactions to movement on the screen. It's the simple things. And a lot of web designers are not aware of that. So the handshake's gone. You move away. It's all about introductions and building
Any
the
sort of
relationship.
pop-up annoys me.
Oh.
I'm just here to have a look at the website. Don't pop up stuff I don't want or don't need in front of me.
Yep.
And it's my first way of going, I'm out of here. And that's a relationship. It's a bit like, when people go to networking events and they go, here's my business card. Will you buy from me? Or the first date's like sleeping with someone on the first
Oh my
date.
God.
It's well, that's what the analogy is when they're networking, when they're saying, here's your business
Yeah.
card, buy it from me. And what you're saying, the same thing, if something pops up, it's here, do this. Well, I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a brilliant analogy for the pop-ups, but I don't think I'd use it for with my sons or things, the first date. But it is, for me, I cannot, most screen readers don't handle pop-ups.
Mm.
They just don't. Most assistive technology doesn't handle pop-ups. And what about the ones that get on your phone and you're looking at a website on the phone and the pop-ups and you cannot get rid of them
Yeah.
because
It's really hard to close.
yeah. Well, why do you stay on the website if you can't get, if it's annoying you? It's
Yeah.
like
we,
anything.
as you know, we do website renovations, and
Yeah.
today I had a lady come in and in her header, she had a contact form, which is all well and good, and that's fantastic. However, like you, Janine, if there is a pop-up that gets in my way and I'm trying to see if I'm on the right website, I just go, oh, buzz off. I don't want to see you. You're in my way.
Yeah.
So straight away, whenever we come across a client's website that has a pop-up that gets in your face within the first 5 seconds, I'm just like, nah, that just will not do. It annoys me, and I work with these things all the time. So sure, have a pop-up, have it somewhere else, and have it later when the person has realized that they are on the right website where they want to be, and give them time to digest a few things, and then sure, have a pop-up that's not intrusive, that doesn't take up the whole screen. Have it maybe
easier, don't have a pop-up, have a link to the other page, because the pop-up can be hard to close. It can be annoying once you've opened and you can't close it, and it's another walk away. Isn't it really like you go to the party and you go to a party and you might know 2 or 3 people and you're all in a group and someone else comes and you think, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll have a chat, no problems, and suddenly you start to listen to them, you think, oh, they're annoying. I'm done, let's go.
I think we can all relate to that.
And you cannot get them away because that pop-up's still sitting there and you think, I just don't want to deal with you. But I tell you the other, and Jan, remember last week you talked about the number of words to have on a page. So when you hit that web page where it's so long, that's another one. It's too much information.
Look, it's fine if it's broken up with subheadings, and pictures and quotes and whatever else. But if it's just text, paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, you lose where you're at. You don't even know if you're still on track with what you're looking for.
Yeah.
No good.
It's the handshake's broken again, isn't it? You walk away. It's like, you get that salesman that drops everything at you. I think, Janine, you were talking about it where you went into one of the phone stores and they told you everything about the phone a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and you just, I switched off. It's too much.
Might have been me. I'm thinking, but
it might have been you, Jan, but yeah.
But yeah, I just don't give me too much of me. Yeah, definitely don't give me too much information. Or if you're going to dot point it, please, and that way I can follow it. And then if I want to look it up, I'll look up more. Anything that you want to add or comment or ask Narelle questions there?
I was thinking of, Narelle, things that you've told me, and especially around relationships, is that, and I thought actually this might be what you spoke about today, is that people with a differing ability, they've got family and friends. They've got people close to them, and those people support their friend in supporting businesses that provide accessibility for their friends.
Yep.
They're not going to go to a restaurant where their friend cannot get in because there's stairs if they can't do stairs.
Yeah.
If their friend can't use a certain product, they're not going to have that. So for me, that was what I was wondering with you.
Yeah. Oh, it happens. Actually, there's another group I'm in, and we're really frustrated with cafes because I don't know whether you realize how frustrating it is to have someone have to read the menu out to you. And then you've got to say, oh, I want chicken. And they might say, oh, we haven't got any chicken. Okay. Well, what have you got? And you think they've got 30 things on the menu, and then they have to read all the descriptions. You give up, say, oh, I'm done. And we're saying to restaurants, put your menus online. It does, and not in PDF format. Put them as a text format. There's ways, Jan, you and Kate know the ways to make it accessible. And suddenly it doesn't help just those that are vision impaired, it helps those that are celiac or, have all these dietary needs or requirements. They can quickly look up the website. Oh, that's what I want. The handshake's made, the introduction's made, and off they go.
And it's actually easier for the restaurant to change what's their menu.
Yeah.
If they've got it online rather than printing it out.
Yeah.
All the time, especially if they've got a lot of choices. Unfortunately, many are starting to do that with the QR code and
that's true.
table when you're there, and you're able to do that. What were the 4 points again?
The 4 principles.
Yes.
Is perceivability, which is looking at
it looks at one I didn't quite hear.
Yeah, it looks at the components of the page. So it looks at your text boxes, it looks at your headings, looks at your icons, your graphics, everything that you put into the page to make up the page. The second one's operability, which looks at what tools you have to use to navigate the page. I use keyboard and I cheat a bit sometimes when I'm not being caught out. I use the mouse, but I don't use it much. Like screen readers, all types of tools. The third is understandability, which looks at how understandable is the page. Is it readable? Is it predictable? In the fact that if you click on a link that says contact us, that every link in the website goes to the same spot. Looks at an error identification, that if you make an error, there's enough assistance to tell you what you need to date format, that you know what date format you have to put in. And the last one's robust. So robust talks about being compatible with different technologies.
Yeah.
It stands for POUR, P-O-U-R. And that's all it is. And that makes your handshake. So you can pour out a cuppa after you've had your handshake.
What the best way to have a relationship, either a cup of tea or a glass of wine. That's my two favorites.
Oh, yes.
As a non-coffee drinker, but I get
coffee's good. But that's what it's about. So that's why I really wanted to focus on that beginning of the relationship. Pick up where Jan left off. Talk about your introduction, which is what your website is.
Yeah, wonderful.
Brilliant.
Anyone want to ask any questions or add a comment before we wrap up this our session of the Morning Tea Marketing Misses?
Look, I just wanted to add to what Narelle was saying. Like a bugbear for me is when a website does not have a phone number for you to pick up the phone and call somebody.
I circled that, Jan, when Narelle said it. I wrote it down and circled it. It's I'm the same. I want to call you and ask you a question.
Yep. And I get that there are some businesses that, they don't need anybody to call them, or they probably don't want anybody to call them. But that just drives me insane. If I can't.
Can I make a point about that? What if the person on the other end of the phone is deaf?
But my neighbour's deaf.
Yeah.
So he receives phone calls.
He does he? Yep.
Yeah. So he has it set up so it types that in or whatever it does.
So he's got excellent.
So it's a business owner, the person is deaf. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You would expect and you would hope that they would have all the tools available. However, it may be that for them, they may not always be in an area where they can use the tools.
So the alternative is to have an email that's very easily. So some way of contacting somebody.
Yeah. So they should have both, in my opinion.
You know that I help people set up their LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
That is my pet hate with the LinkedIn profile, is exactly that. How can I build a relationship with you when you don't share any of your information? And my point then is, well, why would you bother having a business and have a business profile on LinkedIn if you're not going to share your phone number, your email address, your website, your link tree, whatever else, so that people can connect with you, buy from you, have a relationship with you, whatever that takes. It's so important to be able to build those connections and not have a fear around, being spammed or whatever. It's going to happen anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was great, Narelle.
Thank you.
I'm always learning. I'm just, there's some excellent topics, and I think I go away with notes each time to, fix things, correct things, and add things. I do appreciate it. That I love these conversations. I think that they're so worthwhile, and I really trust the people that are watching. And we'd love your feedback if you are on YouTube. If you can put a little message, we'd love to hear. And maybe if there's particular topics that you would like us to discuss, also that would be great. It gives us a little bit of more content to be able to do that. I think that's a wrap, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye for now. Join us next. Bye-bye.